Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Mystic Moonstone Angel Card reading. The duration, I was just trying to think then, the duration for this reading is the 18th through to the 24th, I think. Okay, let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us this week. This week I'm using my Angel of Atlantis, and I'm using my new Sacred Earth Oracle cards. Tony, come on, Solano. Right, okay. Let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us this week. First card I have is Archangel Raziel, and it's the card of faith. Archangel Raziel is the mystic of the angels, so when he comes in around us, he helps us to just use our intuition a little bit, to apply it to a situation around you, and to have faith that you know, that things are going to work out right, as long as you just listen to your inner voice. That's the most important thing when that card comes up. Okay, and we have the card of reaction. Now, this is interesting because quite often, how a situation pans out is kind of dependent on our reaction to it. And quite often, I don't know if you're like me, but I kind of think, if only I could go back in time and maybe react in a different way to that, maybe things wouldn't have unfolded in quite the way they had. So sometimes it's important when we're going through something to actually really focus on our reaction. How did we behave? Did we just jump in, or did we hold our breath and think, okay, I'm not going to react for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to see how I feel. Okay, and that's a really important thing. If you can do that, then you find that you will react better to something. So sometimes it's not the situation, it's not the life lesson, but it's how you react to it. And this card here, the faith card, is just saying to you, have faith that things will work out the way they're meant to. And if you have that faith, then you can hold back on that reaction. You can just kind of let things start to unfold naturally. Maybe stuff comes to light that you kind of think, well, maybe I don't have to quite jump in that direction. Maybe I can just bide my time. Maybe I can see how things are going to develop. Okay, and it's having that faith. It's listening to that inner voice. It's going with that intuition. Quite often when we react, our reactions are driven by our ego and not our intuition. So it's fear that makes us react in a certain way. Our intuition will tell us that we need to watch all the signs coming in, we need to move with caution. Our ego will tell us to react straight away, and sometimes that's the worst thing you can do. Got Archangel Uriel that's coming midweek, and we have friendships, so watch out for lovely connections with friends, maybe making new friends. It could be reunions with friends you haven't seen for a while, but just a lovely sense of friendship coming in around you midweek. So maybe the faith is that you have to have faith that you're going to be meeting people, or you know, that kind of, you know, if your reaction when you're told not, you're going somewhere is like, I don't want to go, I can't meet new people. So then you have midweek and you have the friends come in, and hey, you'll see it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. And we have the card of shift. Okay, now when the card of shift comes in, it's about changing your shifting your focus, changing your perspective on something, maybe thinking outside the box, maybe stepping outside your comfort zone, maybe shifting something out of your energy that's kind of been holding you back and stopping you from actually engaging and interacting in the way that you should be. And again, that kind of goes with the friendship, and knowing that, you know, that friendships come in at all different times in our life, and we have to be open to them and open to that interaction, and see ourselves as the wonderful people we are, and that we have something to offer to those people. We have something to offer to friendships, because quite often as we get older we start to lose that ability to make friends simply because we stop liking ourselves. You know, if you look at a child in a playground, a child will walk around and go over to a total stranger and just start talking to that other strange child and playing with them, and you know, but it's because that child doesn't stop and think, what have I got to offer this person? Nobody likes me. Maybe I shouldn't be playing with people. You know, a child just has that have that belief in themselves. Of course you want to play with me, you know. And sometimes that's what we lose as we get older, and that's what stops us from making new friendships. Okay, Archangel Jophiel, the end of the week, and we have the card of meditation. Something I don't do enough of, and I think a lot of us, especially with life when it gets busy, we kind of think, oh, we'll do it, you know, we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do it next week, and we never get round to it. Okay, so there's a lovely reminder there, and it's Archangel Jophiel. When she comes in, she helps you to see the beauty of your life. She helps you to get clarity. And again, you know, for some of you, I feel that maybe the meditation may be done in a group and is linked to friendships. Okay, so watch out for that at the end of the week. Ooh. I love it when cards come together, especially when I'm using new decks together. I was using these together when I did the live video, as some of you may have seen, but it's the first time I've used them on a weekly video. And we have the card of clarity. And I was just talking about Archangel Jophiel bringing in clarity. So, see, I never know what's going to come up till I turn it. So I love it when that happens. I'm like a child, you know, when that happens. I'm like, yes, 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 they work. Sometimes when we do meditation and we go into that lovely quiet zone, we connect with our inner voice. And it's our inner voice that brings us the clarity. Okay. And sometimes answers are staring us in the face, but we just don't see them because we have all this clatter going on inside our head, and our ego's chattering away, and we just don't see the solutions. We don't see the answers that are staring us in the face. Okay, and that's quite, you know, that's quite common to happen, to be honest. And sometimes you just need to go into that quiet space and give your inner voice, which is connected with your higher self, that chance to actually give you those answers. Okay, so clarity coming in as you make the time to meditate the end of this week. And as I said, I keep going back to the friendship, and I feel some of you will either be in some kind of group or something like that, and will maybe be meditating together. And you know, when we think of meditation, we think of sitting there and I say I don't meditate enough, but I love to draw. And I find when I draw, it's like I go into a state of meditation. A lot of people like to do the colouring to relax, and it's just that kind of, we stop thinking about everything else and you're just in the moment, focusing in the moment. I know some people do that with cooking. Okay, some people do it with painting, as I said. For me, it's I just love drawing, and I'm not very good at it, but I love doing it. And I find when I colour and I'm drawing, it's like I go into myself. I can't even tell you sometimes how long I get lost in that moment. It's just, so it's like a form of meditation. And in that, you know, quite often I do my best thinking. Some people do it whilst gardening. So don't think when we talk about meditation that we're necessarily just talking about sitting there doing the om. You know, we are talking about going fully into the moment, being absorbed in the moment, being lost in your focus, allowing yourself that space for your inner voice to actually be heard. Okay, so if you get a chance next week to connect with others in some kind of group activity that makes you go into that full mindfulness in the moment, then you know that's your way of meditating. Take it, allow it to have a chance, and allow those friendships that are connected with that a chance to grow. Okay, let's do a quick recap just for now. We have Archangel Raziel at the beginning of the week, and it's a card of faith. Have faith that things are going to work out. Have faith that you can actually listen to your intuition. Okay, it won't guide you wrong. Even if you feel at the moment like, you know, you're this guy kind of stood at the top of the mountains looking down, you know, have faith that things are going to work out for you. Reaction. Remember, your reaction sets the course. Your reaction, it brings about the result. Okay, so if you react badly to something, the chances are the end results are not going to be great. But if you can kind of react in a more balanced way, then you have a chance of bringing about a more balanced outcome that is actually beneficial for you. Midweek we have Archangel Uriel, the light of God, brings in intelligence, psychology, just lights the way forward, illuminates, okay, and we have friendship. So watch out for new friendships, watch out for connecting with people, maybe for putting that spark back into a friendship. Maybe, you know, we all have these friends that we say, oh, we've got to catch up, and it never happens. So watch out midweek for that. Shift. It's time to shift your focus. It's time to shift out what is not working and to shift in what is working. It's time to shift all that energy around and make it positive. Then we have end of week Archangel Jophiel, okay, the angel of clarity. She helps you just to see the beauty of your life, to just kind of, I think, especially this time of year, she's quite connected with spring, because she's connected with clearing out what's not serving a purpose, bringing in, you know, doing that whole spring cleaning, whether it's, you know, on a physical or an emotional level. She is the angel who will come around and do that. Okay, and then we have the card of clarity, and you know, you've got an amethyst in there at the bottom. It looks like it could be an amethyst. It might not be actually. I'm looking at yellow around it, but the colour reminds me of amethyst, so I was again drawn to amethyst. So what I would say is that is a crystal that we associate with February. So it's nice that that card has come in. Clarity coming in. As I said, the end of the week, so it will come in the February month. Okay, and it's that clarity of just being able to see things maybe as you need to see them, maybe as they truly are. You know, just work. I mean, you've got sort of butterflies or moths. I'm not quite sure if they're butterflies or moths on here, but it's almost like when you first look at them, you might think they were leaves or flowers, but when you look closer, you realise what they are. And you know, sometimes when you first look at a situation, especially if you've reacted badly to it, you don't see the full picture. But as the clarity comes in, as you get to the end of the week, you will see the full picture, things will become clear. So that's a lovely full circle that's gone round there. As I said, none of my readings are scripted. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to be talking to you about until I sit here in front of you. So I do like it when they kind of come round in a full circle. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who visited during the live video. It was nerve-wracking. But it was lovely once I connected with you all, and I could just feel the energy pouring in, you know. There was just so much lovely pure intention during that time, and it just kind of, it gave me wings. And that's what I think this page does. We give each other wings, and I think that's what's important about Mystic Moonstone. So thank you for continuing to support the page. Look out for more live videos. I will do them again. That was so much fun. And love to you all. Bye.